It's 2026, and today we'll be talking about just how the competition has kept up with YouTube. I've always been interested with the strategies creators take to grow not just on YouTube, but on other platforms like Instagram, TikTok, X, and so on, or just completely avoiding YouTube and using other alternatives as their main place to grow. Now, just to be clear, I don't think there really is a one-to-one alternative to YouTube, just because they've been in the game for so long and have been able to work on their platform and grow their audience for all the time that YouTube has existed. We're talking about probably billions of people that use YouTube today. You basically go to YouTube for everything because it almost feels like an extension of Google in a sense, where you're looking up info to get answers through a video. Or if not, you're going on here for entertainment, is how I see it at least. But let me get back to the topic of the video and actually mention some, I would say, strong competitors to YouTube as a platform. And before we do, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new here and turn on those bell notifications. If you're also watching on mobile, there's a new hype feature, and if you could hit that for me, I'll really appreciate it, as it does help the video a lot, as well as sharing the video with any friends. But the first platform I want to talk about is obviously TikTok. So TikTok came out in September 2017 in the US, but it officially merged with an app, if you remember, called Musical.ly, and became more popular in August 2018. Ever since, TikTok has continued to grow in its user base and have creators use it as their main platform. But nowadays, creators will tell you that you need to make videos on TikTok to grow or just to be seen, because of how quick a video can blow up there and have good discoverability as well. So TikTok has always been a favorite of mine because it's really just in its own world as a platform, and some creators even just solely create on TikTok because they prefer making the shorter form content, as well as being a platform you can earn money from just from the videos alone, not including sponsorships or anything else. Live streaming there is pretty simple as well from my experience, and is another option on the platform to grow and earn money from as well. Now, the next platform I do want to talk about is Instagram. Instagram is interesting in the sense that a reason it is popular is because it's been around for a while as well, and an alternative to people who grew up in the 2000s and didn't want their social media account to be on Facebook alongside their parents, grandparents, or any other family. So at first, it was just a simple photo-focused social media platform, but most people can agree that it's still relevant today because later, Instagram just became the platform that started copying the best features of other platforms. For example, actually posting videos instead of just photos on the platform. If you guys remember IGTV, to post even longer form content similar to videos on YouTube, posting 24-hour stories that others can see, similar to Snapchat, and also scrolling vertically through short form content just like TikTok when it came out. And that's only the major features that come off the top of my head, or even like Threads that tries to copy Twitter/X. Instagram is not in the sense a direct competitor to YouTube, but it is a platform that wants users to spend as much time possible on it. As from what I've seen, Instagram doesn't really pay users on their platform. There's a creator program, I believe, but I'm not sure if that even pays them or if it's still going on right now. Now, there are some creators that just mainly upload on Instagram, but at this point, most, if not all, just post both on Instagram and TikTok if they're doing short form content. Really, the main way for creators to earn money on Instagram is just to build a following and do promoted posts or sponsorships. Or if you really want to grind on Instagram, I would say, like similar to other meme pages or a page that's basically a type of niche, then you grow that page and eventually sell it to someone else. So the next platform I want to talk about is X/Twitter. So Twitter always had their own user base because it was different to many other social media platforms, which mainly just consisted of text posts, whether short or long, maybe some photos, and the main attraction being the interactions that a post would have. Where I thought Twitter was going to compete a bit more with YouTube was when Elon took over in 2022 and changed it to X, because some people reacted to the switch in ownership, and creators like MrBeast were testing long form content on the platform, basically just re-uploading their YouTube videos onto X to see how it would perform. But these changes didn't really make it compete with YouTube or make it a good alternative, because you need a subscription essentially with X Premium to post a video longer than 2 minutes and actually get paid for posting. So just like other platforms, most creators just use X as an extension of their overall social media presence, and creators who are getting paid have an X Premium subscription already. Also, no one really knows what Elon is doing with X at this point, because it feels like he's trying to add everything onto the app with the original vision he had back then, which has been going on since 2022. Now, for the next platforms, they're going to be more like honorable mentions, since they're either not as big as YouTube or their model doesn't directly compete with YouTube. And speaking of models that don't directly compete with YouTube, we have have to bring up Twitch. So I know all of you are thinking right now, Twitch is the biggest streaming platform. Why am I mentioning it until now? Or why am I saying it doesn't directly compete with YouTube? So it's true that it is the biggest streaming platform, but I wouldn't say it directly competes with YouTube because YouTube's main focus wasn't always streaming. Twitch can never have a VOD focused platform like YouTube, and the discoverability is vastly different on both. So on YouTube, they've created their own algorithm, and based on the interactions of a video with the likes and everything else they added, that algorithm sends that video out to as many people as possible. But on Twitch, everything is just based on how many people are currently watching you on your live. So the more people watching you on your live, the more popular your live is going to be. Essentially, that doesn't leave much discoverability for you. If you're someone that doesn't have a big audience, your stream probably won't get found. In this case, similar to other platforms, creators do both YouTube and Twitch, but creator can also get paid on Twitch when they're big enough, and usually Twitch is the main place to stream for the vast majority of these creators. But I believe that's really the only positive for Twitch right now that it has going. So next platform I want to talk about is Rumble, and surprisingly, Rumble is still alive today, but is one of the platforms that is trying to be like YouTube, where its main focus is being a VOD focused platform, but also has streaming as an option as well. I'm going to keep this one short, but I don't think Rumble will ever be able to get close to YouTube, in the sense that many people view it as a political platform where many controversial takes can be said with very little moderation, which is why it's probably a good destination for some people that do talk about that. But people say they go on Rumble for the freedom, quote unquote, but I leave it up to all of you to decide whether Rumble is actually a viable option. But it is known that creators do get paid on Rumble as well. And the last platform I do want to talk about is Odyssey. So you might be asking what Odyssey is, and basically Odyssey is different in the sense that it's built on top of blockchain technology similar to crypto. So basically it's giving more control to users, and the whole platform's performance is based on how many people use it. So basically a decentralized platform. Similar to Rumble, I don't think Odyssey is seen as a complete alternative to YouTube or will ever reach the same amount of users, but it is a good backup essentially to your YouTube library in case anything is falsely taken down, especially with all the AI moderation nonsense that's going on with YouTube right now. It's a good idea to basically have a backup for all of that. But what do you all think about these platforms? Will YouTube ever get dethroned, or will it remain the top platform going into the future? Leave some comments down below as well if I forgot any other platforms that you think might eventually become popular in the future or somewhat compete with YouTube. Now, some housekeeping things that I wanted to bring up. So if you don't care too much about me, then you can end the video right here. But I know it's been a while since I last uploaded, and the main reason was I was trying the whole live streaming thing halfway through like last year. I figured out that, that really isn't for me. I enjoy making videos way more than live streaming. So I'm going to start grinding again and putting out videos based on whatever I want to talk about or whatever I'm interested in, basically what I was doing at the start of 2025. But I'm going to try to be consistent this year, with at least trying to put out a vid like every month at the minimum because of work and everything else. But please be patient with me as I'm learning to make videos again. But if you guys have any ideas as well for what you want me to talk about in future vids, always leave them in the comments. I read all of them. But with that being said, thank you all for watching this video until the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. I'll catch you all in another MobCola video. Peace out.